Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Thursday, June 15th. It is 6:17 right now. Market's going to open in about 13 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Got a couple of things here to update. And we should be good to go. All right. A couple more things here. And I think we should be solid. All right, looks good. So let me go ahead and send this link out to you guys here in the premium. And we can get started. All right, looks good. All right, so I'll get a few moments for people to make their way in, and then we'll get started marking up liquidity for this morning. Market's moving kind of crazy, as you guys know. There's a lot of news this morning, pre-market, and we will, try to use that to our advantage. All right, everything looks good. Let's see who's here so far. All right, morning CJ, morning Funme, morning Karen, morning Kenny, morning T, morning Gwen, morning everybody. All right, guys, so today's Thursday, June 15th, almost done with the trading week. It's 6:20 right now. Market's going to open in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the liquidity real quick. And then we will get started shortly with our analysis. Let me just turn all this extra stuff off. It's not really necessary for market liquidity. All right. We got daily liquidity right there. There. All right, I'm just gonna mark the close liquidity areas, guys. I'm not gonna mark up everything because it's kind of pointless. Price is not going to get that far today. So mark those right there for daily liquidity. Let's go down to the 8-hour. Zoom out a bit. Got one right here. 8-hour liquidity. Liquidity and 8-hour liquidity. I'm only marking up the ones that are nearby, guys. I'm not going to mark up liquidity that's like that's sitting like 1,000, like 4,000 pips away. It's not going to get touched today. I'll just mark up the ones that are likely to get hit. And we're usually only waiting for the first liquidity anyway, so it's not like super necessary. It's good to see and it's good to have up, but necessary, not really. 2-hour liquidity right there. There. 2 hour. Let's go down to the 1 hour. Put it right there. Let's go over to the 30-minute. There's a bit more liquidity right here, so see what's up with this. $15-minute. There's actually a lot of liquidity everywhere. I mean, this is like weak liquidity, but it's, I mean, it's still liquidity. So we'll just keep it in mind, but we got to make sure, you know, when we're looking at these, that we understand that these are weak liquidity. There's just a lot of noise lately because of the sideways movement throughout the day. Typically, the market's moving directional. There's not as much liquidity because, or there is liquidity, but it's not like bunched up like it is right here. This stuff's just like super bunched up, which isn't really ideal for the most part. It's hard to, it's hard to really decipher, you know, what's can actually push through and what's not. So a lot of low time frame liquidity right here. All right, so I got all the liquidity marked up. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, for the most part, it looks good. Go down to the 1 minute. All right, so there's liquidity above here, and there's liquidity down below. So we'll see what happens. The market opens a little later. Volatility is kind of low, but that's liquidity right there. So as you guys can see, you know, if liquidity pushes through here, it's probably not going to push too far. So I might even just go for 100 pips like I've been looking at lately. I'll let you guys know what the plan is when the market actually opens. 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. Let's see who's here so far. Morning Hussein, morning Ruin, morning Satyam, morning Rashida, morning everybody. Looks like majority of you guys are here so far. So I've marked up liquidity right here. Closest liquidity down below is the 1 hour liquidity. This is a lot stronger than the one above. The one above over here is 10-minute liquidity. So we got 10-minute liquidity and 15-minute liquidity above. Down below is 1 hour though, so it's a lot stronger. But I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll take a look at overall bias and make sure that we cover everything before we start. So we had news over here at 5:30 this morning. It was core retail sales, Empire State Manufacturing Index, retail sales, unemployment claims, Philly Fed Manufacturing Index, and import prices. All high impact news. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it up on the chart here for the clean chart. So let's go over here to 5:30. Right there. So we got news price right there. Let me see if there's any other news price today. There's news at 6:15, industrial production, capacity utilization, and business inventories at 7, and then natural gas storage at 7:30. So 6:15, 7, and 7:30. Let me mark that up real quick. 6:15, 7, 7:30. Got that marked up right there. Looks like we are good to go. Put that there. Here's a clean chart. I'm going to mark up opening price and end of session. All right, so it looks like we're pretty much good to go for the most part. Let's take a look at the overall bias. Let me go ahead and mark that up over here as well. Today's sentiment. Term. Bias. All right, so retail sentiment over here is currently 59% long, indicating that 59% of retail traders are currently buying right now. So we typically want to do the opposite and buy, or selling. So I typically want to do the opposite and buy, bullish, 59% short. Fundamental pre-market, let's see. Fundamentals pre-market are currently neutral right now. It's at like flat, neutral. Short-term bias over here is bullish. Long-term bias is bearish neutral. All right, so we don't really have a strong overall bias right now. Obviously, it looks kind of bullish right now short-term, but pretty much for the most part, it's pretty much neutral. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. The market is opening in about 40 seconds, guys. Volatility right now is very low. So we'll have to see how this, ends up playing through. But if volatility stays low like this, then, target might have to be kind of tight, 100 pips or so. So we'll see what happens here. Morning, Maria. Morning, Van Harway. Morning, Johnny. Morning, Dan. Morning, everybody. All right, guys, market is opening in about 15 seconds. We got liquidity sitting up top, liquidity sitting down below. Bottom liquidity is preferably better because it is 1 hour liquidity. This is the 15 and 10-minute liquidity. So there we go with opening bell. If price pushes through above, I'm probably only going to go for 100 pips, guys. Just giving you guys a heads up because of the market volatility. You can see the candles are moving kind of slow. I don't want to be caught in this position for too long. This is a 300 pip move right here. You can see how big it is. It's a pretty far move. Price might go up and then it might not even reach the full potential. So if anything, I might double dip into it, re-enter later. But if price does push up, I'll probably go for only 100 pips. Also because these are weak liquidity levels, 15-minute and 10-minute versus the bottom here, which is 1 hour. So we got liquidity on both sides, but as I mentioned, it's just going to take some time. Because the volatility here is very low. It's not as high as we would like. So price is pushing up slightly. There goes, it pushes up right now. Let's see if it goes up to that level of liquidity right there. Let's see, pushes zero. You got to be patient, actually wait for it to hit, guys, because don't get in too early. If you have to get in late, it's fine, especially if you're going for 100 pips. See if it pushes through. No, so it gets close to it. You got to make sure that you wait for it to get through. Even if you got to get in like a split second later, so I'd rather get in late and actually see it hit than get in too early. These candles are starting to get kind of crazy. You guys can see huge wick right there. The next couple candles, I'm going to be a little careful because I don't like when I see candles like this. If the body was big, great. But if you see a big wick like this and there's like little to no body, that's a very indecisive candle, right? You don't know what's going to happen next. Like anything could happen at that point. So still waiting right here. Okay, so since we have this huge wick right here, if price does come up and touch liquidity, I'm probably not going to take it right away, guys. I'll probably wait for that second or third retest. Because this is the same thing that happened on, I think, Tuesday or Monday, right? You guys saw the huge fake out, and then it came back down, and it came back up, and it came back down, and then it came back up a third time, and then it finally went through. this is just the type of market we're dealing with right now. It wasn't like this like 3 weeks ago. It's been like this last week because there was no news, and then this week because it's just been like this. So yeah, if price comes up and touches it, I'm probably not going to enter it right away. If price does push through, then I'll probably enter it for a quick 100 pips. But again, as I mentioned, this is the same thing that happened on Monday and Tuesday, and pretty much every day last week. You get these weird candles, price comes up, fakes out, comes down, comes back up, fakes out again, and then the third time it goes right through to TP. So just be patient, guys. The trading is really a game of discipline. I met with like some of my older traders yesterday, like some of our very first members here in K2. And they realize that over time, it's all discipline. It's all just waiting for the trade to come to you and not forcing anything. And now they're doing very well. So hopefully if I get anything that comes across to you guys, it's really like understanding discipline and consistency. So still waiting for this here to play through. So if it starts to consolidate here for a bit and the candle starts to become a little normal, then if price pushes through, then yeah, I'll go in for a little push, maybe 100 pips or so. But right now, still waiting for some sort of consistency with these candles. Okay, so this last candle here looked a little better than the previous one. These previous two candles right here are looking okay. If price starts to consolidate here a bit and then it finally goes up and touches it, then I'll go for that 100 pips to go for that quick TP. We just got to play it by ear, guys. We can't just make a decision right away. So I want to see how this candle here closes out. If this candle here closes okay, and it's not like all weird, like no body, huge wick, or like maybe like a big wick and on one side, then be a little careful. We just got to see how market structure is moving. That's really what it is. So it's hard for me to explain market structure because not everyone can see what I can see when I'm looking at these candle movements. But if these candles start to continue to move, to start closing like normal candles, then I'll be okay with taking a trade because the direction is going to be a lot nicer. So like these candles here are starting to close a little better. It's not just a huge wick. See if price pushes through here. It's a retest of that high. All right, if price pushes through and hits it, I'm probably gonna go for just 100 pips, guys. I'm not gonna go for the full move. You can see the volatility here is very low. Each of these candles are like, they're like 100 pips. So it's gotta be a little careful. It's just a little bit of a frustrating market because normally we're used to it moving pretty directly. Right now, it's just a lot of back and forth movement. All right, again, I'm not really liking how these candles are coming up. You can see the volatility starting to die down, it's starting to come, and you see this big red candle right here. This candle right here was not a good candle. It's basically like a small body doji, big wick on both sides. This is a reversal type candle. Reversal type indecisive candle. So I actually like how price is moving right here. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for price to either start to smoothen out with better candles or look for consolidation, right? And there's a consolidation right here that I was looking for. So now if price does push up, I'm going to feel better about it pushing up and hitting and pushing into that direction. Let's see where this is going right here. Again, I'm just waiting for it to hit liquidity. If it hits liquidity, I'll probably enter for 100 pips. I might wait a little later for it to push a little further to the next level. But I mean, for the most part, I'm looking for a possible entry. I didn't even get in yet. Look for it to go back up. All right, so I'm waiting for it to come back up over here. I'm not going to set any pending orders, guys. I'm just going to enter manually because the last thing I want to do is for it to get triggered and not really want to be in the position. This is a 10-minute liquidity right here, so it's a little bit of a weak liquidity. There goes the 15, pushed right through. and it hit my TP. Got some slippage on there. So I only went in for 100 pips. Like I said, guys, I didn't enter right away. It came back up right here. I went in. It's probably gonna go to full TP right there. But I hit my TP. I went for 100 pips. So I locked in on 1,920. Some slippage right there, but it's profit. Profit's profit. Where is my MFF? Gave me some slippage too. I mean, slippage across all my accounts. So there we go, guys. And you can see how the crazy candles are moving right here, right? Crazy movement. Just be careful with these moves, guys. These candles are, there's something else. You know, we're going into summer, so this is normal. To see a lot of this weird movement is normal. It's a summer market. But I'm not going to take that unnecessary risk. So it looks like it's going to hit full TP. But again, you know, I'm just being more on the careful side. If you guys are still in position, I do recommend either pulling out or pulling your stop loss in profit. So if you're still in position, I move it in profit just to guarantee your safety here. I think it will hit TP, but I'm not going to take that risk for me personally. I'm just, you know, I know this market is not a friendly market to be trading in. We've been trading this market, well, this type of market for the past week now. It's very unstable. So I wouldn't be surprised if you go straight to TP and then it comes right back down. So it's almost there. There you go, full TP. So if you guys caught it for the full move, great. If you guys didn't, it's okay. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes right back down. So there we go with that full TP for the liquidity push. For a lot of you guys here who look for just this entry only, you know, there goes your move. So we'll start looking for some more entries here, but full TP on that liquidity push right there. I'm going to go and take a screenshot of my profits. If you guys have profit to post up, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, we will continue looking for more trades here as we progress with the session. So I've been talking to a lot of people about the high level momentum scalp. You know, we might start switching that strategy out because the market's not really moving too directional. So it's hard for us to really have any entries at all, really. Wait, was there news over here? 6:15. It was negative. Forgot there was news here at 6:15 pre-market. All right, so we'll continue watching where this ends up going as we progress. I'm going to go ahead and mark up. Let's see. Mark up opening price. $630 right there. Let's go over here to the clean chart. Put that opening price right there too. All right, so price is pretty bullish right now. Let me see what the news was this morning at 5:30. 5:30 this morning, news is pretty much bullish except for unemployment claims. So it looks like it's having a late reaction to the news. See if there's any more liquidity. There's more liquidity up here, guys. I probably wouldn't take this next level because price is overextended. It's due for retracement. I'm gonna clean this up right here. Yeah, price has been pushing up from this level right here up to here. It's 1,200 pip move. You can see right here, it's retracing. It's gonna have to retrace at some point. So I'd be careful with this right here. I wouldn't take this liquidity just yet. I probably would wait for a little bit, maybe wait for it to retrace back. And then if it comes back up and test it, then possibly go for 100 pips for this next level of liquidity. The next level of liquidity is the 30-minute liquidity. So it's not exactly a weak liquidity, but it's not exactly a strong one either. It's like in between. So 30-minute liquidity right here. Again, I wouldn't enter it right away. I'd probably wait for price to kind of consolidate here a bit, push up, consolidate. And then, you know, maybe take it from there. I wouldn't necessarily take it right away. If you guys want to take it, it's up to you. You know, I give you guys my analysis, so it's just up to you. You guys can do what you want with it. But this is a 30-minute liquidity right here. Price pretty much went on a stop loss hunt. You guys can see all the liquidity that we had down here. Price knocked out everybody's stop loss, and it shot all the way up. So again, this is why retail sentiment is important, right? Retail sentiment showed 60% sellers, and what happened, price did the opposite and went straight up to stop everybody out. So, use that to your advantage, guys. Typically, if you're trading liquidity, then sentiment is usually going to be very important. Doesn't matter what time frame you're on, because we mark up liquidity on the higher time frames. It's just we're using the 1 minute for entries. So liquidity is very important in using retail sentiment so that you know which direction to trade, which is opposite of everybody else. So, all right, other than that, let's see. Nice. So Satyam said he caught it. Shannon caught it. Glenn caught it, but with huge slippage. Anderson said he actually took it, but only with one futures contract, so small profit, only got 8 points. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect, Anderson. I mean, profit's profit. In a market like this, Anderson, and not just Anderson, but anybody, if you're profiting in a market like this, I know a lot of you guys come from different trading groups. A lot of other groups are not doing well right now. I don't follow any other groups, but I've heard from people in here that the groups that they're in, they're just, hitting stop loss after stop loss because they're trying to trade a market that isn't really moving too directional. It's hard to intraday trade this market and swing. Well, swing trade is okay, but intraday trading this market is difficult because news will throw off price, and generally people just end up on the wrong side of the market. So as you guys can see right here, price is starting to consolidate. So price does push up to this next level, possibly entry for the next liquidity push, right? Yeah, Maddie said one of the guys that he follows, I'm not going to name him because I don't want, I'm not here to downplay any other traders or Instagram traders or YouTube traders, but the guy that Maddie follows says that the guy he follows is 0 and 3 right now. The good thing with the guy that Maddie follows is that he's transparent. He shows losses. There's a lot of people who will lose and they'll delete their posts. They'll post an Instagram post and say, I'm in this position. And then as soon as it loses, they delete the story. It's crazy. So no props to that guy though, Maddie, because he's transparent. Exactly. He's doing his thing, but he is losing. And he's sticking to what he knows. So you just keep that in mind, guys. Trading is a back and forth game. And if you are going to learn from it, anybody, whether it be me or anybody else that's online, just make sure that they're transparent, because losing is part of the game. It's just really, some people they just will never show a loss. It's just crazy. Yeah, exactly. Maddie said at the end of the day, he still follows the system and all that, which is perfect. That's what you guys got to do. Doesn't matter what strategy you guys are applying, just follow your system at all times. All right, so the next level of liquidity looks like it's about to be hit right here. Let's see. I want to take a look at overall bias. Short-term bias is bullish. Long-term bias is starting to look bullish as well. It's not super strong, but it is more on the neutral side. It's no longer bearish. I'm just going to put neutral for long-term technicals. Let's take a look at fundamentals real quick. I think fundamentals should be bullish now, or slightly bullish at least. Yeah, 82 points in the green. It's not very strong, but it is, I guess we could say bullish neutral. I'll just say plus 70 points. Yeah, it's not super strong, but it is slightly bullish. Price is a bit overextended though, but it did go into that consolidation for a bit. So if you guys want to watch this right here for a little possible 100-pip move, but you want to wait for it to actually come through. You got to wait for it to actually go and reach that area. So it looks like it hit liquidity right there. I didn't get into it yet. I'm watching it right now. Barely tapped it. Or maybe not even touched it yet almost. Let's see. Yeah, so we didn't go through the level yet. See who actually pushes through it. See, spread's like 180 right now. It's not horrible. It's all right. Volatility just died down right there. It hasn't touched it yet. I mean, it looks like it touched it, but it's not necessarily through. There we go. See if I get into this. Looks like it already hit. I think it was like a quick spike. See where it's at. I don't know if any, did you guys get into it? See where it's at. Nice. Vince caught it. I got it too. There we go. Damn, I got a lot of slippage on that, guys. I got 3,200 on that move. Yeah, it went perfect. So, you guys, this is the power of liquidity. If you guys know how to identify liquidity like we do, and you guys can mark up with my indicators, and this thing blasted right through. I knew it, so I was waiting for it because I was like, man, the stop losses are probably up here, right? So it touched right here and it didn't blast through yet. It kind of just went up, hit some stop losses. And I was like, man, there's got to be more stop losses right here. As soon as it went through, stop loss blasted right through. Huge slippage right there. Worked out perfect. So I typically don't take the second liquidity, but this one just looked too good. It did exactly what we were looking for, right? So this is what I like to see, guys. I like to see when price goes up, when it consolidates, because it's going to prepare for a breakout, right? Consolidates a little bit, and it's just basically inching to everybody's stop loss who's in a sell. So we're just sniping everybody out. Everybody who's waiting right there for their stop loss to not get hit, we're just sniping them out of the market, and then blast right through, full TP. So Andy got his full TP, Natasha got his full TP, Rick got his full TP, Sisu got his full TP, Johnny got his full TP, Maria, Kenneth, Andrew, Maddie, Rashida, Vince. Nice. A lot of you guys. So yeah, a lot of you guys here were waiting for it just like me. We just perfect entry, guys. This liquidity is like, I'm not sure why we stopped applying this, but I'm glad we're applying it again because this is perfect for this market. While everybody's losing, we're basically identifying where everybody's trading and we're just doing the opposite of them. Everybody's selling. So you see retail sentiment over here is high for sells. We're just we're just looking at where everybody's selling and then we're entering from where their stop losses are at. So nice work right there. Angela also got it. Great work, guys. So, I didn't even get a chance to take a screenshot of my initial profits. I'm going to take a screenshot of this first. Or you know what, whatever. I'll just screenshot this too, because I'll just put them together this time. It's easier. So thankfully, I finally got slippage on that. My MFF finally gave me full profit on for the first time in a really long time. Yeah, so great work, guys. If anything, we might just stick to liquidity if that's what you guys want to do, because it seems like you guys don't really care for the high-low scalp anymore, and I don't really care for it either because it doesn't even come up very often. If you guys want to just focus on liquidity, we can do that. We can probably even toss in some V1 variations as well. It's just up to you guys, whatever you guys want to do. I'm flexible. Like whatever you guys want to focus on, let me know, and we can focus on those specific strategies. Because these liquidity pushes, they hit like almost every time, as long as analysis is on point and it's not like overextended or we already know when it's overextended. We know to just wait for that second retest. So. We'll see. CJ said 400 pips in liquidity today, definitely made up for yesterday. Exactly, right? So Maria said she's done for the day. She made 200 pips, closing her MT4. Yeah, smart decision. If you guys are happy with your profits for the day, then just wrap it up. You don't have to keep trading. You guys can trade for however much you guys want, but there's no need to force anything. If you guys feel like you're gonna make bad decisions, then just wrap it up for the day. But of course, I'm going to stay on here with you guys. So, all right, let me see if I could send in my profits now. I totally forgot to send in my profits earlier, but it's all good. So those are my profits right there. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of my individual accounts. And then we will continue with our analysis for today. There's another level of liquidity up here. Price is overextended. There's actually a lot of liquidity right here. So there's a ton of liquidity sitting up top. but price is way overextended, so I wouldn't really enter right here. The liquidity up top is 30-minute, 10-minute. Yeah, 30-minute and 10-minute. So the first level is pretty decent. Second level is not as good, but still liquidity. All right, my accounts are sitting pretty nice right now. It's just those two trades. All right. My MFF and my other MFF right here. Man, I got another, so I just got a payout for my MFF. They gave me another account. I think they put me on another server. Hopefully they put me on their ebook server, and maybe that's why I'm making more profit, but I don't know, we'll see. I think MFF has like 3 servers. They have like one server where they think people are going to lose. You guys have probably seen that on different funding companies. They have like A book, B book, and C book server. Like if the person is not good at trading, they typically put them on like a C book server, and like they know they're going to lose, so they don't really put too much faith in their trades. And then there's people who are B books, who are kind of okay, and then the A book ones are the people who are actually consistently making profits. So MFF just gave me they put me on a different server, I think like server 3 or something. So we'll see, but I still got slippage, so maybe not. Maybe I'm still on their shitty server. I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. Keep dealing with it for now. So here is my all my accounts. So there's my 5 accounts right there. Here's my main FTMO. You guys can see the green strips. For some reason, my first one didn't have a green strip, but my second one did. Got slippage on that, total profit of 5,140. This is my main FTMO account that I execute all my trades on. Here is my FTMO copier. I locked in 5,840. So you guys can see a little more profit, some slippage here in my favor, no green strip because this is a copier. Here's my MFF number 1. Locked in 2,070. Slippage right there too. I was supposed to make 1,000, made 1,400. My MFF number 2, total profit of 1,970. Slippage there too, but not as deep. And then my MFF number 3 count total profit of 1,970. So pretty decent profit for these 2 trades right here. Obviously straight through. So great profits right there. Let's take a look at everybody else's profits. My profits they're nothing out of the norm. I think the real stuff is people here in the group. So let's take a look at everybody else's profits. We got Maria over here. She said she caught the first one, total profit of 372 off that first trade, full TP with the green strip. Nice work, Maria. Yeah, the real impressive thing is when you see other people profiting, right? My profits are going to happen regardless, so I don't really care to show you guys my profits as much. It's more so showing everybody else here. So Dave over here locked in 2386, full TP on that first move. Dave's other account 3171, full TP on that one too. And then Dave's third one over here 610 with a full TP. So 3 accounts over here from Dave, all full TPs for that move. I'm not gonna save these. I'm gonna save their other ones because they have another one here because Dave ended up taking the second trade. Dave took the second trade here, total profit of 1,393 for the day. Nice work, Dave. I think this is your biggest profit that I've seen on one of your accounts. Looks like you're starting to stack up these profits now. So, you're starting to stack up the accounts. So nice work right there, Dave. Here's Dave's second account, 6519, full TPs on both of them. And here's Dave's third account, total profit of 4572. Nice work right there, Dave. Yeah, it looks like you stacked accounts because before you just had 1 account. Now you got 3 and you're killing it. Straight TPs on all of them. Here's Maria over here, total profit of 697 for the day, both full TPs. So great work right there, Maria. There's a liquidity push that's probably setting up soon, guys. But again, you guys want to be careful and wait for this to actually come and touch it. Don't enter it too early. Price is a bit overextended, but it is consolidating right here. So if it does push up further, it'll probably keep pushing. It'll probably work in your favor. So let's see what else we got over here. Nathan over here said took an L, but he got it back. So his first account, total profit of 940, made it right back right there. So nice work right there, Nathan. And then Nathan's second account over here, total profit of 1,670 for the day. One mistake on open, and then he made it right back on these other trades. Looks like Nathan got in a little too early on that liquidity push. It's all good. Made it right back. Here's Johnny. He made 1,115 for the day. Nice work, Johnny. All full TPs right there. Straight profit. We got Arik over here. Arik reposted his home run hit right there. He said full TP. So Arik here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts. So 6, he made about a total profit of 165. So 165 per account times, I think I said 6 accounts, right? Total profit of 990 for the day. So nice work right there, Arik. That full TP. So I'd be a little careful with this liquidity, guys. As you guys can see, price is it's consolidating really hard right here. So just make sure not to enter too early. If you guys want to enter it, that's fine, but like make sure that you actually wait for it to come up and touch. I've seen a lot of you guys enter it a little too early, and it works in your favor, but last thing you want to do is get in a little too early and get caught. So make sure if you guys are looking to take that trade, wait for it to actually come and hit. And there's news coming up at 7 too. Maddie mentioned, yeah. So I'd probably just sit out on that trade, guys, because there's news coming up, and there's no entry right now, Gian, for a little thing that we're doing here on the 1 hour. Yeah, there's news at 7. I just hold off on this liquidity right now, guys. Thanks, guys, for the heads up. We got Lila over here. So Lila over here locked in a total profit of about 3,000 for the day, all wins. Nice work, Lila. She's really good for today. So great profits right there. There goes a liquidity push, guys. I didn't take it because the news blasted right through. So if you guys took it, great. I'm not going to count the trade, but there was news right there, so I didn't want to take it. But if you guys did take it, another full TP right there for liquidity push. So you guys can see how strong these liquidity pushes are, right? All it takes is my high-low indicator, identify those high lows, and pretty much just wait for it, right? These trades, they happen perfectly. So there's 2 liquidities here that actually got hit. The 30-minute liquidity and the 10-minute liquidity, both of them went through a stop loss hunt right there again. So as you guys can see, if you look at retail sentiment, these sellers are hurting right now. You can see they keep stacking up. So there's a lot of retail traders who are they're just praying that price will come down. So they just keep stacking up sell orders. So you can see the sell orders right here, they just keep stacking up those sells. I think price will just keep pushing up because there's liquidity like way up here. So the more that they stack up, the better. So just go ahead and keep entering those sells for the retail traders, because we got liquidity sitting up here. You're making it better for us. And it's crazy because like some people are just so stubborn. And I'm sure you guys can relate, right? If you guys are in a position for a sell and you think price is going to come down, you just keep stacking up sells. And price just never ends up, they just keep adding to the loser. But there's so much liquidity sitting right here that the people who are adding to the losers, you're just going to keep getting stopped out. It just went up again. It's now 63%. That's crazy. So a lot of these retail traders right here, they're just going to keep getting wiped out. I don't think people realize that there's liquidity sitting up here, right? I think we're the only ones that like see this liquidity, because everybody keeps thinking that this is like, and I don't blame people, because a lot of people, they're taught to use these as support and resistance, right? So people think that these are resistance levels. This is not resistance. This is liquidity. So I mean, they just keep adding to their losers. I wouldn't be surprised if all this liquidity gets knocked out by today. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have been taught to trade support resistance, right? I'm sure a lot of people think this is support resistance, but I mean, it could be a resistance, but realistically, the way that I see it differently. I see it as stop losses. So we're just pretty much wiping everybody out with these liquidity zones. Then look where price is pushing again, right up. I wouldn't take this liquidity though, it's overextended, but That's crazy. People, I wouldn't be surprised if this keeps adding up. It's at 63%. So if it goes higher than 63, it's people who are just adding to their loser. Yeah, Rick said he tried support and resistance, and supply and demand didn't work for him. Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody. It works sometimes, but it's not for everybody. The stop hunt just is going to continue, right? If price keeps coming up this way, this is a stop hunt for sure. Because we marked up liquidity here. Let me check the levels of them. Okay, so this is the 15-minute liquidity. This is the 2-hour liquidity, 30-minute liquidity, 15-minute liquidity, and 4-hour liquidity. So it's a lot of liquidity on both sides. Let's see, Hussein's asking, hi Sean, this liquidity push strategy is something well known in like the ICT guys or supply and demand. This is something I came up with myself. I've never taken any other course, and I've never paid for any mentorship or anything. This is all from like, well, the thing is, like, a lot of these strategies, people use these strategies. It's just like people call them something different, but I've never learned this from anybody else. I learned this from my experience. That's how I know so much about trading, because I learned everything on my own. That's why if you're learning stuff on your own, it takes longer, because I've been trading for like 10 years now. So I learned all this stuff from like just trial and error. I learned how to identify where people's stop losses are sitting. And the way I did that was because I kept getting stopped out. You know, if you keep getting stopped out, you just got to study your losses. If you can study and analyze your losses, you can figure out why you're getting stopped out. And that's pretty much how you can figure out, you know, how to trade opposite of that way. Like if you keep losing, if you're good at losing at trading, just do the opposite of what you're doing, and you can figure out, you know, how to win. Because typically, if you're losing, you're probably doing the same thing everybody else is doing. You know, it's only like 10% of people who are actually successful at trading, out of all traders. So, Tasha said, "Shot the president." Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Oh, okay, so we didn't even get to go over everybody's profits. So let me just keep going over everybody's profits, guys. There's another level of liquidity up here, but I wouldn't take it because price is overextended. I would wait for price to kind of consolidate here a bit. Just consolidate a bit. And then if it does go up, then possibly entry. But right now I wouldn't take it because price is definitely overextended. It has to pull back at least a little bit. All right, so let's see the Delicia over here. So she posted 3 different profits. Her first profit over here, she made 10.03. Her second trade over here that she took with us, she made 29.03, 38.96. And then here's Delicia's last trade that she just took with us, the third liquidity. She made a total profit of 49.94. So you can see she's taking a very small lot size, but making some massive, well, not even massive, but she's making great profit, right? So as you guys can see, it doesn't matter if you have a big account, small account, even a micro account, you can still make profit with this here. And Delicia is not even on the Zoom, she's just on the YouTube. So nice work, Delicia, and it's good to see you back here in the group, actively posting and actively posting profits at that. So nice work right there. Delicia. We've got Natasha over here. Natasha said this is the most she's ever made on the live session. So Natasha over here killed it. Here's her first account, total profit 1,260. Nice work right there, Natasha. And then her second account over here, total profit of 2,025 for the day. Nice work, Natasha. So yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys, today's like the day that you guys have made the most ever on these live sessions. It's only been like 2 or 3 trades, but you guys are doing pretty well with locking in those profits. We got Kenneth over here, first account, total profit of 1,580, all wins. And here is Kenneth, second account, total profit of 1,499, all wins as well. Nice work, Kenneth. We got Andrew over here. Said logging off before you overtrade to get total profit of 2,150 for the day. Nice work, Andrew. Yeah, probably a good decision. If you guys think you're going to overtrade or FOMO into something, then just log off. No need to force anything. We got Gian over here. Took both of the trades, total profit of 3,840 for the day. All wins. Nice work, Gian. We got Vincent here. said he took he got in a little too early, ended up eating a loss, but he made it right back. So you just need one more trade, Vincent, you'll bounce back in a profit. It's all good. Yeah, so Vincent over here, unfortunately entered a little too early on the first entry, got caught, and then now he's climbing his way back up. We got Dejan over here, total profit of 1,640, all wins. Nice work right there, Dejan. We got Barack over here, first account, total profit of 2,108, all wins. And here is his second account, total profit of 5,245 for the day, all wins as well. Yeah, Barack's a beautiful day for my liquidity entry. Nice call, Sean. Though somewhat risky as candles suddenly became jumping. Yeah, I agree. All right, there goes the next level of liquidity right here, guys. I'm not in this position, but I was watching it to see if it would come through. Price is just a bit overextended, so I'm a little hesitant on taking any entries right now. It did hit full TP right there. I should have taken that one because price did consolidate right here, but it's okay. I don't want to take anything too risky right now anyways. So this is what you're looking for, guys. You're looking for consolidation for liquidity. If you can get consolidation like that, it's going to blast right through. And I think this was like a 30-minute liquidity anyways. So let me check real quick. That was a 15-minute into the 2-hour liquidity. So yeah, solid. Another liquidity push right there for anyone who caught it. Natasha caught it, but she lowered her lot size. CJ said, "Oh my God, it's still going." Yeah, no, it's still going. As long as people keep they keep stacking. So right here, the number just keeps getting higher. It was at 60%. It was actually 59% this morning, and then they just keep adding on sells. Now it's at 64. It was just at 63 a few minutes ago. So if this number continues to increase, I think price will just keep pushing up higher because they just keep stopping people out. It'll stop people out and then they just re-enter. They just double up on their position because they're just praying that price will come back down, but there's liquidity sitting up here still. So another liquidity push right there, full TP. I don't know if anybody caught it. I didn't catch it. So I'm not going to count the trade. I'm only counting trades that I'm personally taking myself. The thing I would look out for, guys, is probably this retest of the 2-hour liquidity, this level right here. Because if price pushes back up to this level, it's probably going to blast through to this next level up here even higher. Yeah, because they got the 30-minute liquidity up there. So something I'd probably look out for is if price comes back to this level, it's probably going to hit that next level right there because there's probably going to be a stop loss hunt just waiting right here in this area. It probably didn't get pushed far enough to get to that point, but when it does, it's probably going to blast right through and get to that next level. Nice, Tisu caught it. Barack's looking at this. RX said, I still can't get contract size correct for my 100 pip versus contract. Yeah, I'm not sure what it would be, RX. I mean, are your profits, do they look like what you're aiming for? Because if they're not, you just increase your lot size, right? That's the next thing you can do. All right, some more profits here from Martha. She locked in 660. Nice work, Martha. Johnny said he took a V1 variation earlier. Took a full TP on that too. Camo said, would the breakout win rate increase if you base it off liquidity? The breakout and liquidity are totally different strategies, Camo. So we can't really, those two can't be combined together because they're totally different. Hussein said, yes, better to stick to liquidity pushes if it works in all markets. Yeah, I mean, I guess the liquidity push will be our main strategy. I'll probably swap out the high-low momentum scalp with maybe the V1 variations because they work hand in hand. But again, like, it just depends on the market conditions. If the market continues to move directional, then the high-low momentum scalp will work perfectly fine. But if not, then V1 variations will go hand in hand with liquidity pushes, the V1 variations, and then possibly maybe high-low scalps as well. But we'll see. I mean, we'll play it by ear, guys. I'm not gonna make any drastic changes like today. We'll see how the market moves in the next couple of days, because this is a heavy news week. So, a lot of this movement might just be temporary. because summer officially starts next week. So summer starts like June 20th, I think, or that week. So when summer officially starts, the volatility might die down a bit, just like how it was previous days. And then it'll pick back up on news days like this week. So we'll see. See, Hussein said, hi, Sean, do you use hotkeys while executing trades? No, I just got a real fast mouse. I'm real fast at clicking. I don't use any hotkeys. I don't have any. I would like to use hotkeys, but I don't think MT4 has the option. I know Thinkorswim does. I have Thinkorswim down here that's open. This is where I take my my long-term trades. I have hotkeys on here, but I don't have hotkeys on MT4. There's probably a way to do it, but I don't know how to do it myself. I personally don't like MT4, so you know, it's just a little more difficult for me to play around with because I don't like the platform at all. Seconds to Sean the fast clicker. Adrian's asking, are you you're watching Odd USD? No, not really. I mean, I watch Odd USD outside the session, but during the live session, I'm only looking at US30. I look at Odd USD like sometimes like throughout the day, but I don't really like trading Forex as much. It's just not, it's not as volatile, not as exciting. There's a V1 variation here that just came up, guys. I'm not going to take it. I just want to tell you guys V1 right there. I would much prefer wait for price to get to liquidity up here. But yeah, that is a V1 variation if you guys are wondering. I know some of you guys would ask about that. It's a double body right there, pending buy signal. V1 variation right there, currently running in profit. Not in it, but just wanted to mark it down for you guys. So even if it hits full TP, I'm not going to count the trade. Only counting the stuff that I'm taking. Maddie said he's up 1% across all of his accounts, and he is now done for the day. Nice work, Maddie. Yeah, Barack said liquidity all the way, striving it down to bits, definitely. Art said he just bumped it up on the last liquidity, added 2 contracts. Hope Kevin can help me shoot for 600 per 100 pips. Yeah, I'm not sure if you got in touch with Kevin yet, but hopefully he got back to you. Nikki's asking, is the market open on Monday, Juneteenth? It is not. So guys, do not trade on Juneteenth. I traded last year on Juneteenth. I didn't realize that it was a holiday because it was like the first year that it was a federal holiday, and I ended up losing my FTMO accounts. So don't trade on Monday. I mean, you guys can trade, but don't trade like once it gets close to New York session, because if you trade on Monday, it's considered a weekend because the market's closed for like 6 hours. If you trade and your position is still on with FTMO, whether you're funded or on a challenge, unless you're on a swing account. If you're on a swing account, I think it's okay. But if you're on a regular account, they'll take your account away. Like I've been funded with FTMO for like a long time, and I traded on Juneteenth because I didn't realize that the market was going to close. Market ended up closing, and I was stuck in the position, and then I ended up violating all my funded accounts. So if you guys remember that, that was like last summer. I violated all my accounts, but then I did challenges the week after and I passed, and I just went back to normal. But yeah, FTMO has no remorse. Like if you mess up trading over a holiday, they're going to take your account away. Doesn't matter how long you've been trading with them, they'll take it away. All right, Tisu said he's calling it a day. Ark over here, nice work, Ark. So Ark took that other trade. There goes the V1 variation, guys, full TP. So if you guys took it, great. If you guys didn't, it's completely fine. Here are Ark's trades for the day. Nice work, Ark. You're killing it. So nice welcome back profit for you here, Ark. Ark is an old member in the group. Yeah, he kind of like took a break, did his own thing for a while, came back, and he's killing it. So nice work right here, Ark. Huge congrats to you, because I know you come a long way from making profits to making straight losses back. I don't know when's the last time you're in the group, like last year, 2 years ago. So he's killing it right here. So Ark has a copier. He has about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 accounts. So let's see, 580 times 6. Total profit of 3,480 for the day. Nice, killed it, Ark. Patrick said the brothers will be watching you again this year, Sean. I know, man. I don't mean it on purpose, but man, I blew all my accounts on like MLK Day 1 year, and I blew all my account. Well, I didn't blow them, but I violated them on Juneteenth. Juneteenth is an official holiday now, guys. Just keep that in mind. Uh, so nice work right here, Arik. If you want to send them into the group, you can like text them to me, Arik, and then I can add them to the post. You probably did already, but yeah, if you want. Yeah, so here's Arc's profits. Yeah, Arc's killing it right there. Bag full of money. All right, solid work right there, guys. So if you guys took the V1, great. If not, it's completely fine. I didn't take it myself. I just don't like the way the market's moving now. As you can see, price is starting to come down a little bit, but if it does come back up to this area, I'm expecting to push right through. I think right now the market is just kind of losing its steam right now. People are kind of taking the profits, but if the market makers want to push price right back up to stop everybody out again, they can do so. Right? They can easily do so because there's a lot of liquidity still sitting up here. I think price is just a bit overextended, so they're kind of taking a break with their push. But if they want to keep pushing it up, sentiment right here is very high. I think they are going to push it up. So right now, I think this drop is just temporary. It's now 65% short. This indicates that 65% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So I think price will eventually make its way back up and just stop everybody out. It's a lot of money sitting on the sell side. So if the market makers want to make some money, like a lot of money, they just stop everybody out, right? But they can't just keep stopping everybody out. If they stop everybody out too much, then people are just going to stop trading, right? Because they're not going to have any more money to trade. So that's why they got to drop price a little bit to give them some hope, and then bam, stop everybody out. So you just give them like a little bit of some profit, make them look like they're coming back to break even, and then when you least expect it, spike price up and just stop everybody out and take everybody's money. That's typically how the market works. And that's like, we're typically looking to trade opposite of everybody else. So if everybody's selling, I'm looking for these people to get stopped out so that we can take some buys, which is going to be up there. Yeah, Hark said COVID killed his FTMO last one he passed. Yeah, Vince said the high-low hit too. Yeah, there was another. So there's a high-low momentum scalp right here, guys, for a sell. It looks like it hit. Looks like everything is hitting. The high-low momentum scalp hit. Liquidity pushes over here hit. Yeah, Maddie said they're going to keep dropping to create hope and confidence for the sellers. And then they're just going to come right back up and crush everybody's dreams, like Sisuk said. Yeah, I'd look out for this area right here, guys. If price comes back and retests this 2-hour liquidity, I think it's going to come right through, because that's where a lot of stop losses are sitting. Exactly. Yeah, Maddie said if it wasn't for the news, yeah, I agree with you, Maddie. Would have been good. Yeah, you're right. That would have been a nice buy earlier off the 1 hour. Barack said done for the day. Early today. Thank you, Sean. Now I can go home. Thank you, Sean. Much appreciated. Yeah, definitely, Barack. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning to close out the trading week. All right, guys. So pay attention to this level right here. I think if price pushes up to that level, it's probably going to blast right through. It's kind of what I see happening right here. Price is pushing up right there. Let's see. I'm gonna set a pending order up here if I could. I hate setting pending orders. It's always like a hassle for me. Yeah, I wish there was a way, an easier way to set these pending orders because they're super annoying having to do the calculation yourself. 3, 4. I think that's right. And it's wrong. Um, all right. I think I got my pending order set properly. I can't remember if I did or not, but hopefully I did. I hate sending pending orders on MC4 because you gotta do the math yourself. It's not like you can just put in a number like, okay, 100 pips this way or whatever. All right, we'll see. Roosevelt's asking, are market makers Illuminati? Yeah, C6 said market makers are exactly what they are. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, if price pushes back up, I just want to leave it there. So if price does end up going up, then fine. But if not, then and I'll just leave it as is. Satyam in the chat said this is where ICT silver bullet traders sell. Let's watch. Oh, we'll see. I think price will push through that's that's definitely my opinion, like where price is going. I think this is a really key area right here. If price does push up to this point, I think it'll last right through because a lot of liquidity is sitting right there. So I do have a pending order waiting to fill when prices get to this point. It's gonna leave it alone. Just let it blast right through when it does. But yeah, liquid, because the reason why I'm like so okay with the sell right now, or the buy actually, is because the sentiment here is so high. So I think some of these people are going to have to get stopped out. It can't just keep going higher and higher forever, right? They can't just keep adding to the losers. Eventually price, they're going to have to push out certain people. Once they push out enough people, then price will come back down. But I think for right now, price is probably going to keep pushing up. Key price point to look for is going to be this area right here, because this is a 2-hour liquidity. It's just, I think the stop losses are a little higher because, sometimes people don't place their stop losses directly at the line. They put it a little higher, like up here, like a level, like slightly higher. And then that's where it's going to get, it's going to hit liquidity when it finally goes up and hits that level. So we'll see where it goes from here. Looks like it's getting close. The next level of liquidity above it is going to be the 30-minute. So if price does hit that point, it's probably going to push up and then get to that next level. It might just have like another big push to the upside, but we'll see. We also got news coming up over here at 7:30. So we'll see where this goes through. Looks like the level might have gotten hit. It didn't fill my order yet though. Yeah, I didn't fill my order yet though. Yeah, I put in like a different number because I don't have the line on my MC4, so I put it slightly higher. So still not in it. See if it blasts right through. There goes the liquidity getting retested again. I feel like the stop losses are sitting a little higher, like around this area right here. So if and when price gets to that point, it'll just trigger it. Like it just needs to push up a little higher and then blast right through. Pending orders on MC4, because I don't know the exact number because the pricing is a little different. My order still didn't get filled. I think it's a little bit, it's getting close to it though. I'll put it slightly above so that I can catch it when it comes through. There we go. There we go, full TP. Wow, that was quick. So I got some slippage on that too, made 2,380. So full TP right there again, guys, on the liquidity push, retest. That was perfect. So that's what I was telling you guys. So I said, like, the stop losses are probably a little higher, and that's exactly where it was. Went right through, good profit on that trade. One more in the bag. Quick win right there, guys. So, all right, another win right there. Yes, I even said that the sellers got screwed. Yeah, exactly. Today's been a great day, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great, like, your day is going just as good as everybody else here, because everyone is doing amazing. Looking over here, here goes Sam Barty. Sam said, thanks, Sean. Total account growth this week is 25% on this account, no losses. So guys, if you guys did a challenge like Barty over here, well, he's not even doing a challenge, he's trading his live account. His first account right here made 597 for the day. Nice work right there, Barty. We got Barty's second account over here, hit liquidity again on that last one. Total profit 748 for the day. Nice work, Barty. So Barty is up 25% this week on his account. He's trading a smaller account, adding them up. His profits just keep adding up throughout the day or throughout the week. So nice work right there, Barty. All right, so there goes that trade right there. Let me go and take a screenshot of my profits. Man, the profits are sitting really nice for the day. I don't think I've had a day like this in a while. Yeah, because I typically take like one trade, but I took like 3 trades today. So, I mean, they added up real nicely. Exactly. Yeah, Rick said he's having a great day. Yeah, everyone's doing good. I'm glad to see everybody here profiting. It's different when it's just me profiting, but seeing all you guys here profit, that's the best feeling, guys. Just seeing everybody here profit off my moves, that's the key thing. Because it just gives me proof of concept that my stuff actually works. I'm not just bullshitting, right? Because you'll see people give analysis and that stuff never plays out, but we're seeing the analysis here play out perfectly. And we do this every day. So, proof of concept is this is what keeps me coming back every day for these live sessions. Because when I win, all you guys win here too. So here are my profits for the day. I'm going to go ahead and take the individual screenshots. I don't think there's going to be any more entries for right now. Volatility is dying down, 7:30. So, I mean, we'll see if price picks up a little bit. If it doesn't pick up in the next like 15 to 20 minutes, then we'll just wrap it up because there's no need to continue trading when the market starts to die down. The reason why I think market is going to die down is because check out this overextension. So price pushed all the way from down here and it's not retraced yet, right? It's up almost 4,000 pips. So it's due for retracement. And the thing is, we're looking for buys here. So, if price doesn't continue pushing up from now until like 740, 745, then I think price might start to come down a little bit, or it just might consolidate for a while before it continues pushing. But this is a big push, 3,650 pips in 1 hour. Market's only been open for about an hour. That's a big push. So what might happen here, in my opinion, is price may just continue to go sideways, back and forth, and then maybe come back down or maybe come back up. But that's the type of market that you don't want to trade in. You want to trade when the market's kind of all over the place. You want it when it's moving directional like this. And we pretty much took advantage of it already. So no need to force anything. Today's Thursday, it's getting close to the end of the week. I'm going to go and take screenshots of my individual accounts. And then if there's any questions you guys have, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, as I mentioned, I think we're going to either wrap it up a little early today, or we're going to see if anything happens. If the market continues to die down, we'll wrap it up. If it continues to pick back up, then we'll pick back up. We just got to wait for some sort of confirmation here. All right, so there goes my first account. Second account right there. All of my MFFs have different profits, so I'm gonna have to take individual screenshots of them. Ruin said, I'm out. Great analysis today. I speak for everyone when I say thank you, Sean. We're grateful for you, bro. Yeah, definitely, Ruin. And I'm glad all you guys are killing it, right? My main goal here is to make you guys as profitable as possible. I'm going to be profitable regardless. You guys have been following me for years now, so you guys know that I'm going to find ways to profit either way in the market. But main goal here is to make sure that you guys can ride that wave with me. So I'm going to give you guys all my analysis. I'm not going to keep any secrets. I know you guys follow a lot of other traders and they don't really tell you what they're doing. I literally show you, and we do this live. So every day, guys, 6:30 to 8. But yeah, great work, guys. Let me just post up my profits today. Yeah, that's a crazy day. I can't wait to add this up to see what I got total for the day. I know people will be posting like 100K days, but I don't care. I'll stick with what I got. So here is my profits for the day so far, guys. Here's my main account. You guys can see the green strips. I only took 3 trades, but it all added up. So total profit of 7,520 on my first account. Here's my second account, total profit of 8,520, all wins here as well. Here is my MFF number 1, total profit of 3,110, all wins here. Here is my MFF number 2, some slippage there, made 3,010. So I'm like down 100 bucks on this account. It's all good. And then here's my last MFF number 3, even worse slippage. I got less than 3,000, 2,960. So it's all good. MFF is MFF. You know, I'm going to get slippage on these accounts no matter what, but it's all good. I'll take what I can get. But other than that, let me see if there's anything else here. It's 7:35 right now. So as you guys can see, price is pretty much doing the sideways movement that I just told you guys about. Not the market you want to trade in. So if you guys want to wrap it up, you know, feel free to wrap it up. I'll hang out here. If you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. I'll keep looking for entries if, you know, price suddenly decides to push back up, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. So I'll hang out for like maybe about 10 more minutes. If we don't see anything, we'll just wrap it up. Otherwise, I'll just answer whatever questions that you guys have here. And I'll also take a look at everyone's profits. If you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. And then I'll showcase you guys in the video of profit postings for today. See, Rick said, this is the most amazing experience I've ever had since I started trading. I've seen you. You said that you weren't very consistent before, but now you're like very on point, especially with YM and US30. You know, if I had to go back and redo trading, guys, I would just master YM and US30. Like this is literally the only trick, like the only thing that you need, because there's so much volatility, and you can like just focus your time between 6:30 and 8. If you trade the same time that we do, the volatility is there, and it starts to die out once we get closer to 8 o'clock. That's why right now at 7:30, there's no more movement, right? Market's dead. So we already made our money right here. We made our money everywhere, right here, right here, right here, everywhere. But the market is now dead. So there's no need to force any trades here because there's no volatility. And that's what I like about US30. Like, you know, I think Adrian here in the group asked me if I was looking at odd USD. I look at odd USD sometimes, but if you look at odd USD here, this thing's barely moving. It's not worth my time. Like I'd have to be on the chart for hours to trade odd USD. Trading US30, I'm on the chart for like a few minutes a day or maybe an hour, and we do pretty good. I think Rick said his wife is happy. I'm glad to hear. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else right here. Barty said, Sean and God gave me a lot of tips today. Can't thank you enough. I had lots of slippage, but you made pretty good. Yeah, no, you did great today, Barty, on your account. Question from Visuals asking, hey, Sean, you said you traded with TFF. How's your experience? TFF was not a great experience for me. I don't think they're good with scalpers, but there's other people in the group who trade intraday with them, and they're fine. So I think just trading intraday and swing trading with TFF is okay. You know, we have a couple members here who are on the top leaderboard of TFF. I'm not going to say their names because they don't want to get bugged by people, but we have one of our main traders here. He's also a mentor. He is one of the top traders on TFF. He's actually on their leaderboard. He's like the only person from the US that's on their leaderboard. So he trades intraday. He holds it for like more than a couple of minutes. So if you trade intraday, TFF is okay, but I scalp with them. I passed their challenge like 2 or 3 times, got funded, and then once they put me on the funded servers, the scalping just didn't work anymore. They had a lot of bad slippage. execution times were so great. And I would make profits on my FTMO, but I wouldn't make profits on my TFF. So I'd make like $1,000 on FTMO and I make like negative 100 on TFF. And it got to a point where I just got frustrated. And then I stopped trading with him. He's scalping, but he's holding them for bigger moves. So not really scalping, he's probably more like day trading. So he's not in and out within like a few seconds. He might be in for like a few minutes, maybe an hour, but he's using my scalping strategies, but on a higher time frame. So basically the same thing. He's just trading on a higher time frame, like 15. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like MFF, but worse. MFF is they're not horrible. Like if you look at my profits from today, the first trade was horrible, right? I got 600 on that. I was supposed to make 1,000. Slippage here worked in my favor. I made 1,400, and the last trade was okay. This is what I was supposed to make. So this is normal. I'm supposed to make 1,000 per trade with this lot size and our 100 pips. The first trade here was not good. Second trade was better, and right here was normal. So MFF is okay. They're not great, but they're okay. TFF is like step below. They might be like 3 steps below MFF because I would go into the negative. At least with MFF, I'm making profit, even if it's partial. But with TFF, I would make negative, even though the trade would win. So, yeah, I mean, they're okay. But I mean, if you want to scalp, I probably wouldn't use them. I would probably use them if you want to intraday trade. If you plan on holding the trade for more than like a minute, then it'll probably give you enough space. Or if your TP is a little bit further, where you have a little bit of some gap instead of 100 pips, then I think you'd be better off. So I think their execution times suck. Their spreads are probably what's kept killing me, and their fees. So spread and fees that would kill me, because it was crazy. If you looked at the trade, I would make like, it'd say that I make it like 100 or 500, and then the fees are like $400. So I'm like, what the heck? It took like basically all my profits, and that's why I went into the negative, because the fees were so high. Let's see, another question over here. Maddie said sellers are having a bad day today. Yeah, definitely. Let's take a look. The number just keeps going up, guys. Check this out. Retail sentiment. Okay, they just got stopped out, like some of them. Right here, it was at 66. It's now back to 65. So either got stopped out or they pulled out of the position. But yeah, the sellers are hurting right now. I think price might come down a little bit to give them some hope. And then boom, stop everybody out again if it gets to that point. Let me see if there's anything else over here. Yeah, I just saw your message, Patrick. Yeah, Patrick said that like some traders or like some traders online, they'll like let the trade play out and then they'll give their analysis after it already happened. I know those are the worst. I hate when people record trading, but they say they're live trading, or they say they're live trading and they only post up the wins. Like they don't post up every day like we do. You know, if you guys are teaching somebody that, like they'll never get better because they're not trading real time, and they're not learning from the mistakes. So yeah, just be careful who you guys learn from. Make sure that they're like actually legitimate and they're transparent. You know, have them trade live for you like every day and see how they trade. Because trading is not easy. I make it look easy, but it's not as easy as it seems. It just seems easy because you guys are alongside me and my analysis is pretty much aligned with what's happening right here and there. Let me scroll down real quick. Aiden's asking, hey, Sean, when you mark liquidity on higher timeframes, is it okay to mark on the candle that has just closed, or do there need to be candles in between for it to be considered established? Yeah, so on the higher timeframes, it needs to be established. Like about like 3 candles have to pass after it, like 3 to 5 candles. But here's the thing. So, for example, if you're on the daily time frame, right? So say you're on the daily time frame and say that like this right here. See how this top level right here is it's still pending, right? Because there's three candles that haven't passed. If you go lower, like to the 4 hour, you can see that it's actually already established. So you can mark it up, but if you go on the lower time frames, it'll already be established. So it doesn't really matter on the higher time frames because you just go lower down and you'll see that the 4 hour here is the same high as the daily. The daily hasn't closed yet, hasn't established because there's only 2 candles. But you go down to the 4 hour, that same candle right there, it's already established, right? The high's been established. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 candles past it. And that daily there can be established. That's why I go from a top-down analysis. So I'll mark up the top and I'll go down lower, and then I'll see which one is actually established from there. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. If you go down from the daily down to the 10 or the daily down to the 15 or 30 or whatever, it'll line up. So it's not really a big impact because it'll line up with the lower time frames. Yeah, no problem, Aiden. All right, Van Harway, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Natasha said, man, I'm sure it's a lot of table flipping on the seller side today. Yeah, no, I agree, Natasha, definitely. All right, guys. So I think we might wrap this up. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. Let's see. We got Ark over here. Yeah, Ark's a home run for today. We got Rick over here. Rick locked in a total profit of 407 for the day. All wins. Nice work, Rick. So all wins right here. Took all those longs for liquidity pushes straight to your full TP. So great work right there, Rick. Let's see what other profits we got here. We got Maddie over here, 500 for the day on his first account, up 1,250 on his second account. We got Sisuk over here. Sisuk's up 8,023 on his first account, all wins. Here's Sisuk's second account, total profit of 9,020 for the day, all wins as well. And here is Sisuk's third account, total profit of 5,250 for the day, all wins. So nice work right there, Sisuk. All wins and no losses. Maddie over here took one more trade, total profit of 1,000 on his first account, and total profit of 2,390 on his second account. Nice work, Maddie. All right, so solid work right there. Oh, there's Maddie. Yeah, Maddie killed it. Yeah, Maddie said he's been listening to Trading in the Zone. If you guys have problems with your trading psychology, just read a book, read trading, or listen to a book. Listen to Trading in the Zone, or listen to One Good Trade, or listen to The Trade Psychologist. I mean, they're all good books. If you guys need a list of books, just let me know. I'll tell you which books to read and listen to, because they definitely helped my change. It helped change my trading, drastically. Other than that, let's see, Vince over here back into profit. Nice work, Vince. So Vince clawed his way back out of that hole. Total profit of 105 for the day. Nice work, Vince. So great work right there with that recovery. We got Natasha over here locked in one last trade, total profit of 2,831 for the day. This is Natasha's biggest trading day yet on these live sessions. So amazing work right there, Natasha. So you're now at 2,800. Let's get to that 3,000 in the next couple of days, if not next couple of weeks. So let's keep pushing it. There's no ceiling here, guys. Sky's the limit when it comes down to trading with us. Kenny's asking, hey, Sean, I was thinking about raising my lot size on my 200K demo account to 125. That should be fine on a 200K account with a 300 pip stop loss. I use it. Yeah, I should be fine, Kenny. You can increase that. All right, so let me see if there's any other messages. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up for the day. It looks like price is doing exactly what I mentioned, sideways movement. I don't see any other movement happening from now until 8. So there's no need for us to just hang around and end up taking some dumb trades, right? Because that's what happens. If you guys hang around the chart for too long and there's nothing there, you're going to start to force yourself to see something. You're going to end up taking some losses. So let me see if there's any other questions here. And we'll wrap this up. Let's see. Talanji said, made 7% today, staying humble. Thanks again, Sean. See you tomorrow. Definitely, Talanji. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning. CJ said, Sean, you started a K2 book club. I know, right? You should just resell books. All right, Dan, we'll see you here tomorrow. All right, Vince, see you here tomorrow as well. All right, guys, so I think that's it for today. If there's any other questions that you guys have, I'm available through Telegram, so just message me on Telegram or email me, Sean@KodiKaiTrades.com. Just another reminder, guys, I'll never message you first. I know there's been scammers pretending to be me. I'll never message you first. I'll never ask you to pay Zelle or pay, I don't know. I'll never give you my phone number. This guy gives you his phone number. I'll never give you my phone number. I'll never message you first. I'll never ask you for Zelle. I'll never ask you for Bitcoin. I'll never ask you for anything, really. I won't even bother messaging you. So like that's beyond the question. If you guys ever want to sign up for anything, just go on the website, kodikaitrades.com. This is going to protect you and me because I'm not going to scam you this way. If you need to get your money back somehow, the website will help you with that. But again, if you guys are new here, just click on unlock your free access. This will give you access to the course right here, and you can learn pretty much all the strategies that we've been running on these live sessions for the past 7 years. Other than that, if you guys haven't already, join the YouTube channel. I go live every day, Monday through Friday. I mentor probably like 5 times a week as well. So if you guys want to sit in on the mentoring session for free, or even the live sessions, subscribe, turn notifications. If you guys haven't, please like the video. That helps us like really reach other people that need help. The liquidity here just got retested again. But again, like I mentioned, guys, I'm not going to mess with this. So just going to wrap it up. So, all right, guys, if there's anything else that you guys need, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session.